What's going on, everybody? Welcome into What You Heard Spotlight.
Oh, it's my turn. All right. Hey, welcome back to What You Heard. Make sure you subscribe to become part of the tribe. Do us right. Hit that like and comment because you're loving the content. Now, we are back with another Spotlight. As you guys know, if you're new to the Spotlight series, this is not a full review. We're just saying, hey, go check this out. You know what I'm saying?
Check him out. Yep.
And we got our guy, man, our brother. You know what I'm saying? We had the pleasure of interviewing him on our other platform, The Gray Space. You know what I'm saying? The podcast, you know what I mean? He came through. And he be taking pictures and he be boxing, but he be rapping too, man. We got Medaforacle. IntroVert for the Spotlight, man. Let's go.
Let's go. I want to bounce off that real quick, man. Go check out that video, man.
Yeah, go check out the interview.
Go check it out, man. Like, I think it's a really good interview that we had with Med, and man, just a really cool dude, and does a lot of different things, like you just said. So go check that out, man. As a matter of fact, I'll link it down below, so you guys go click on that.
There you go,
and check that out.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Yeah, man.
Track number 1, early morning.
This sets the tone.
Yeah, it really does.
It really does. It has that, when you hear the music in this, it's kind of throughout. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean it sets the tone and the vibe of what you're kind of getting get into.
For sure.
The beats that all kind of share the same type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
definitely has a vibe to it. Yeah, man, it sets the tone, man. Early morning, and what a great way to start off this project. And then gets into track number 2, IntroVert. Not IntroVert, IntroVert.
I love that, man.
Now, you would think that's supposed to be track number 1, but it's not, because it doesn't have track number 1 vibes. It has track number 2 vibes. And it's like early morning is the precursor, and then now let's get you into this album.
And then it is the IntroVert track in the sense, the title track in a sense, right?
It is.
And I love that. I love that it's like a little bit of a flip, but here's the intro verse. You know what I mean? But the IntroVert verse.
Right.
I love that, man. I think it's so clever. It's so well done. Fire song. It's really just really well done. It is.
Then we get into track number 3, Accountability. Great track. Love what he's talking about on it. As far as we got to hold ourselves accountable. We got to hold other people accountable. And look, man, he spares nobody when it comes to the bars. And we'll say this probably a few times during the Spotlight. But Med just has a great way of it sounds like you having a conversation with him.
Oh, yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And he just rhyming words at the end of every sentence. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope. I love the messaging behind this, man. Fire track.
Yep. Then we have Nobody, track number 4.
Yeah.
Again, we're just continuing down this great path of just great tracks. Honestly, bro, I know we're not at the end yet, bro, but this has got to be one of the best hip hop albums I've heard so far this year.
Legit, bro.
If we're going 2023 and what's happening in hip hop, as far as what we like and stuff like that,
for sure.
This is in our top 10, bro.
For 1,000.
This is in our top 10. This is just the crazy, and Nobody is part of that. You know what I mean? It's part of that grouping. Again, he's just the bars that he's spitting in here. It's amazing, man.
Yeah, and you know what? We're at about the halfway mark here. There's 9 tracks on the album. And what I love about these first 4, they feel real setup-ish. They feel like something's building, something's coming, right? I'm taking you on this journey. So then we get into track number 5, Cloth. And I want to take track number 5 and track number 6 and kind of couple them together. Okay. Because he's saying something in track number 5 about the cloth that he's cut from.
I love that, dude. Yeah.
Right? And I love that. And then leading it into, I know it's my favorite joint.
Oh, it's my favorite too. Okay. It's my favorite too.
Track number 6, Doormat.
Yeah.
Talking about being in a relationship, being a man in a relationship, and taking the subject of I'm cut from a different cloth and then kind of intertwining it into doormat and saying because of that, I'm tired of being a doormat. Like I ain't gonna be nobody's doormat. Right. You're not just gonna walk all over me because of the past stuff that you've gone through. Right.
And then
fire,
man. And I love like, you know, the expectations of men and you know,
yeah,
I really like the messaging in this. And I think the messaging for me, that's why it's my favorite track.
Yeah.
Because it just hit home.
Yeah.
You know, you're like
fire.
For a man, you could definitely relate to this track.
1,000%.
You know?
Yeah, so then we get into track number 7, Joanne.
Joanne, man.
Which is basically an ode to Mom Dukes, man. And I love, you know why I like this? I like this because it's a dope track regardless. But and then the story he's telling behind it, him and his brothers. But it's not your typical ode to mom type of song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he really rapping and like he's painting a picture for you of kind of like how they grew up. And then he's like, and we made it all because of boom. And I'm like, yeah.
Right.
Fire. Man. I love it, bro. Dude. I love it.
Then we get to track number 8, Titans. I think you said something very, very important, man. Like, this is the way you do.
It's the way you use the sample. Yeah, fire.
And, you know, the way he interweaves his flow into this sample and the beat and everything. Yeah. Again, it's throughout, but this one's very noticeable. And this is, honestly, bro, this is like my second favorite track.
Mine as well.
You know,
mine as well.
I'll say this straight up too. There's not a bad track on here.
No.
But, you know, you're like, man, you just gravitate towards a couple of them, man. For sure. This is number 2 for me. You know what I mean? So, and then we end on track number 9.
High Life.
Yeah.
And, man, what a way to kind of close it out. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? And as we always say, man, if you can end it and then it starts over again and just has that smooth transition, like this definitely has that. And I like the different, like, the vibe on High Life feels a little theatrical. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It feels like you can definitely get the imagery from what he's talking about on High Life. And I love that, bro.
I love that little sample too at the end where I believe it's like Jordan Peterson talking at the end where he's like, for a creative person not being creative, it's the death of that creative person. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I love that, man. You know, for us being creative people and for people out there, I'm sure, you know, everybody's creative in some sort of way.
For sure.
And if you can't have an outlet for that, man,
right.
You know, to be high on life, right?
Yeah.
To be creative.
Yeah.
It's the death of you, man.
Yeah.
You know, and it just kills your soul.
Yeah.
So fantastic project, man. We're not grading this. We know Med, so it's just kind of unfair. It's 10 out of 10 though.
Yeah.
But you guys definitely should go listen to this.
Yeah, go check this album out, man. Medaforacle, IntroVert. Man, appreciate you dropping this project, man. He did it he did it like an introvert. Yeah. It's out there, bro.
And you know, you hit me up. You're like, "Hey, bro, Med dropped a project."
I had to find out. I had to find out from a third party that hit up a fifth party. You know what I mean?
I know, right, man?
Damn.
I love it though.
Yeah, dope.
I love it. I'm glad you dropped it. Like I said, somewhere in the middle. It's my favorite hip hop album so far this year, man.
It's fire.
It is really good. So I implore you guys to go check out this album. Yeah. Go check it out. Support Med. Yeah. You know, all that stuff. So you guys stay safe. You guys stay positive out there.
And as always, man, what you heard. Peace.